At the start of the episode, Connie Tucker gets a 180-hour community service sentence for running an illegal gambling room. She tries to get out of work by lying, but Prohibition Officer Rhonda Thompson is smart enough to see through her. By the way, smart guest role Octavia Spencer. Connie, who is known for having a strong will, decides to take on this job at Mary's church, but she doesn't realize how hard it will be.
Given her criminal past,
At the start of At First, Connie thinks things will be easy at church. She thinks she can finish her hours quickly and move on. However, Mary, being the kind person she is, won't break the rules for Connie. Instead, she tells her to help out by cleaning up the church's gifts room.
Been so much of it together.
At the same time, Mandy is annoyed that Audrey is getting in the way of how she raises Cece. Audrey doesn't comfort Cece when she cries because she thinks that Cece will soon get tired of it. This makes Mandy and Audrey angry with each other. As soon as Connie gets to church, she tries to avoid work by offering to pick up Pastor Jeff's suit from the dry cleaners, which are perfectly located next to a nail salon. Mary comes in and tells Connie to clean up the donation room, which is very messy. Connie is shocked by how much stuff there is, but she has to start the job anyway. Back at church, Connie reads sexy books that were given to the church as an excuse to avoid doing her job. Officer Rhonda finds her and tells her off for trying to cut her hours in any way possible. Thomason wants Connie to do the work by herself. When Connie realizes how hard the job is, she tries to change things by bringing in George in the hopes that he can convince Rhonda to work less. George talks to Officer Rhonda to try to help Connie, but he ends up making things worse. Unfortunately, this plan doesn't work out as planned, and Rhonda isn't pleased with Connie's strategies, so she gives her only 2 days to finish the room. She wants the giving room to be spotless before she comes back. Because she has no other choice, Connie lets Sheldon clean up the room. Connie needs help to meet the goal, so she asks Sheldon for help. As usual, Sheldon loves the challenge of getting things organized. However, things get worse when Mary, fed up with Sheldon's focus, decides to take him off the job. Mary changes her mind because she sees how hard Connie is working and doesn't want her to have to deal with harsh results. She decides to help Sheldon with the room. They make a lot of work together, which lets Connie turn in the first 40 hours with Mary's help. While Sheldon works, Mary talks to Connie about how she's using Sheldon to do her job. Mary wants Connie to do the job herself. Connie is shocked when the next day both Mary and Sheldon help with getting things in order. Mary says she felt bad for Connie and tells Sheldon that he couldn't sleep because he knew the room wasn't completely clean. Just to get her sentence shortened one last time, Connie tells Rhonda that things are going so well, but Rhonda doesn't seem to care. She tells Rhonda that she'll see her next week before she goes. At the end of the episode, Connie has finished her first 40 hours of community work. Thomason hails her for the work she is said to have done, but Mary and Sheldon were the ones who finished the job. Another story is going on in the background featuring Mandy and Audrey, who are fighting over how to raise Cece. Georgie gets involved in their arguments, which makes things even worse. But Jim, the voice of reason, offers a simple solution. Just agree with each woman on her own. This works at first, but Mandy eventually figures it out. In the end, Georgie agrees with Mandy that their family relationship needs to get better, which leads to a touching moment of unity. Georgie and Jim leave the scene at the end of the episode, leaving Mandy and Audrey to talk about their different views on marriage. This shows how complicated family relationships can be and how hard it can be to be a parent.